Confirm what is serious injury.
That he's good to go.
Yeah, no, I read that. I was very interested because I hadn't heard it from my own medical staff, so I don't know where that come from. So he's good.
And just on the battle against Pollard, or how important the 10s are going to be on Saturday.
Oh, look, 10s are key in big games. They always are. But again, it's, you know, we like to take the pressure off one person by the people in front of them doing a really good job, by our 9 giving great service and having great communication from the outside. And that's probably the key when you play South Africa. You know, there's a lot of different pitches you see outside your 10, and so the comms that we get from outside that, and that's something that we've been working on. But he's Richie's in a great spot. You know, he's leading the team well, and from that 10 jersey, and got a smile on his face and is uninjured. What do you reckon? Yeah, I'm reasonably peaceful. I think I love the word, but I'm not sure I'm feeling peaceful right now. We're where we want to be right now. We're excited by this, and you know, I've been saying it for a while. You know, we lost the first game to France. After that, everything became pretty important, but we've settled on this team has thrived on being in the now, focusing on what we're doing now. It's been something that we've loved doing. It's enabled us to deal with any particular noise outside or circumstance outside that may have affected this team, and I think it's a massive credit to Sam, our leaders, for that we've been able to stay in that place. And so we've woken up this week and we're in a World Cup final, and we're excited. And it's and right now we're trying to make sure we balance the control of the emotion of it versus, you know, dealing with all the messages we're getting from home, and even people in France have been massive, and I have to thank them for an awesome support that we've had from the local people too. But managing all that so that we can just go out, put a smile on our face and play our game, and that's what we're focusing on. We know there's 2 great teams out there, different styles. They're great at their style. We want to be great at ours. Yeah, look, it's a tactic that's what I love about the game. You know, people play different ways, try different things, and they've got their way. They think that suits their strength, but it doesn't really change anything that we do, to be frank. It's, you know, we're going and preparing for our game the way we want to play it. So our strategy suits us, their strategy suits them, and makes it kind of interesting on Saturday night. I've just started to get my back nice and straight from last year, and now you're trying to make me hunched over again. It's the life in this business. It's a tough game, and it's a tough game when you're trying to get your performance right, and it's a tough game where people around you see things differently, but we've learned a lot about ourselves. Take massive pride in the jersey and making sure that we achieve the levels that we want to, and you know, the rest of that's probably a conversation for another day. But like I keep pulling it back to the fact is that hasn't altered our vision of where we wanted this team to be, and I know we've probably surprised a few people, but I don't think we've surprised ourselves. And I think that the fact is we've got two teams that have been the old foes for a long, long time, playing each other, and we all remember the last final that they had, and that was an epic. And I guess there's a hope that it'll be the same, you know. And then you do the maths, and you had 3 World Cups each, and someone's going to win 4. It's just a special occasion, isn't it? And you know, we've had a few recently. We had the 100th Test against them in 2021 over in Townsville, and so there have been a few big tests we've played against these guys, and look, massive regard for each other, you know, and I'm sure Jacques would say the same thing. Massive respect for them as a country, for how they play, and it kind of makes it's a pretty cool week to get ready for.
We've been really clear, and we've built how we want to play as a team. So in terms of head and strategy, I think we're really clear and we're in a good place. And with that comes confidence, and that there'll certainly be high level of emotion and intent to start the game, but there always is. And the boys, I think, we've played 2 finals, 2 knockouts, effectively more actually, in a row. So I trust that we're in a good spot there. Boys have done a lot of physical and mental prep, and although it's a final, it is another game where we just have to go out there and trust ourselves and trust ourselves to play good footy. So it's a fine balance, but the team's in a good spot with it. No, I think we're going to have to be better, to be honest. And you said we build momentum, but each week we're trying to get better, and we're going to have to be at our very best on Saturday night, defensively and attackingly, and attacking. So, that's our mindset, that we're going to have to put out the best performance we have all year. And if we do that, then we'll give ourselves a good shot.
Sam, just down in front here. I know it's not about one man, but how much do you play for your coach in this final? A coach who you've been through a lot with.
Might save those sort of things for post game, but to be honest, we've got so many reasons to want to play well, and one's not bigger than the other. But I think probably the biggest reason we want to play well is to make New Zealand proud. It's been truly overwhelming, the support, and just makes you feel so damn special and proud to be a Kiwi. And we want to go out there and do the ultimate job and make them happy. So that's probably our biggest driving factor. And below that, there's plenty of other little ones. But the best way, when Foz talks about bringing it back to the now, it's easy for your mind to drift to how they're going to feel, or what's this gonna, if we get the outcome we want. But you've really got to be disciplined and bring yourself back to what's important right in front of you, and worry about doing that. It's the process, I suppose.
First time I've been gone to little factor for a while too.
A big factor, I suppose. Have I just wasted my one question, Ian, or was that a fairly decent?
That was a poor one, but I'll give you one more crack.
Yeah, I haven't seen or heard, but it doesn't surprise me with Sia. He's an exceptional human. Our relationship goes back a wee way now. We sort of burst onto the international scene at similar times. Massive respect for coming to visit me in hospital too, even though I was pretty sort of drugged out at that stage, and my visitors, I've only got very faint memories of them, unfortunately. But I think Rassi came to the hospital as well, and Francois Lowe, so a few of those South African boys, and that's where there's so much respect on the field, but off the field for acts like that, and the interactions we have post game over a beer, which have been going back for as long as the rivalry's been there. So look, I think everyone knows he's an inspirational skipper. He's a big part of their team. I think when he speaks, he sort of demands respect, and that's just from without even seeing him in the environment. That's just through seeing how he speaks to the public. So, look forward to another battle with him. But a lot of the respect's mutual.